Hello, my name is Sandra, and welcome to my channel From Lack to Legacy. On this channel, we're all things money, investing, mindset, a little travel. Y'all know how we do around here. Hold on one second. Let me turn my TV off. I had it on to keep up with the time, and I still got it slightly wrong, y'all. So, anybody who is here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. We can do a couple of things. First of all, welcome. If you're here, like, subscribe, share the channel, do all the things we do. Hey, Mara Love, right off the bat, I need to do some explaining. Right off the bat, I see we have seven people watching, 5 to 7 people watching. Hey, Venus. But there's been a mix up with tonight's live stream. Sam of Black Women Build Wealth, that's her YouTube channel, is actually hosting. Hey, Shirley and Marilyn. She's actually hosting the Wealthy Black Women Summit 2025, but she is based in Canada. And so there's been a mix up with the time. And Sam has littles, 3 little ones, I think all under the age of 5. Anyway, Sam can't join us for another hour. So, hey, Brenda M. Hey, Sexy L. It's been so long since I've been live, and I need to apologize right up front, y'all. Sam cannot get on the stream until she puts the littles to bed. And so she asked me, there was a mix up with the time. So I'm just explaining. So we could do one or two things. Y'all know I got plenty to talk about. Plenty. Because it's been so long since I've been live, I forgot how much I miss everybody. Hey, Mira Love, Sexy L, I haven't talked to you in forever. And I'm not sure because we have so many Brendas that join the stream. Oh, hey, Brenda girl. Hey. I'm going to start out with an affirmation just to kind of slow it down and bring it in, because if you came tonight, I want to honor your time. But we will also be doing another stream, back-to-back streams, in another hour when Sam can jump on the call. I want to be respectful. She is a working mom, and she's single-handedly handling all the business. She's organized the Wealthy Black Women Summit 2025. I want to say this is the 3rd year of her summit, and her plate is absolutely full, and I want to honor her time. And so she won't be able to join us for another hour. But child, I got plenty to talk about until then. So we can stay on this stream for a bit. I'll follow you all's lead. Hey, Chef, what's happening? And then if you want to rejoin us in an hour when Sam is available to talk about the Wealthy Black Women Summit, which I think the panel of guests is world class. It's world class. Every year, From Lack to Legacy sponsors someone to attend the summit, and we will do the same this year as well. I'm going to start out with this affirmation, and this is an affirmation that we used in our 1,000 Black Women Brokerage Account Challenge, which is our study group that meets every 2 weeks, the 2nd Wednesday and the 4th Wednesday of every month. And we talk about money, y'all. We talk about how to make money, how to grow your money, how to save it, everything. And lately we've been talking about cryptocurrency and investing in emerging markets, international markets outside of the U.S. economy, so that we can diversify our portfolio. So just in case something goes down, we got all the bases covered. And here's the affirmation that we used in one of our recent classes. And it says, I am expanding my financial knowledge every day. What once felt complex now feels possible. And what's possible can become my reality. And I think that is fitting for this day and this age with everything that's going on in the U.S. and politics. And y'all know I don't do a lot of politics. I don't talk a lot of politics, because the truth is a lot of that is noise. And I'm not interested in perpetuating the noise and the nonsense. We focus on solutions. And so if you have not joined the 1,000 a Black Women Brokerage Account Challenge. That's our financial literacy learning community. What you doing? Girl, get over there. When I tell you the sisters are over there making money, we're over there, mastering our money. We are over there channeling them pennies in the right place. And so I'll share with you all some things that, again, we talked about investing in emerging markets. And we talked about some ETFs that might make suitable, things for you to consider if you're trying to diversify your portfolio and maybe move some of your money outside of the US. And I recently pulled the trigger. And first of all, everybody in the world knows I do not give financial advice, right? I am not a certified financial planner. I am a Black woman who worked 30 years in education and made all the mistakes. And then as soon as I was able to get free and get some time to myself where I could think clearly, I started taking classes about how to invest, how to trade. And so I'm going to share a couple things with you. I'm going to share with you a purchase that I recently made, and I put this in the portfolio for my grandchildren. It's VWO, and it's a Vanguard emerging market ETF, which focuses on, let me get this right, I think it's China, India, or companies that are based in China, India, might be South Africa. I'll have to look it up. But I just want to put that on your radar that if you are investing in the stock market and most of your holdings are based in US companies, that this might be a good time to consider diversifying your portfolio, not just across asset classes, but across locally. We don't want, anything can happen. And so you want to cover all the bases. We also have been talking about cryptocurrency as a part of your portfolio. That might include Bitcoin, Ether. I have some on my lip. Solana. There are several different cryptocurrencies that you might want to consider adding to your portfolio. In addition to US-based companies, internationally based companies, cryptocurrency, you might want to even consider some precious metals, gold, silver. In addition to that, even art. There are ETFs that house art. And then, of course, you might want to get into real estate without actually owning real estate. So that could include a REIT. So we've just talked about 5 different asset classes that you might want to consider working into your portfolio in order to diversify your portfolio. So I know many of us know what ETFs are, exchange traded funds, and individual stocks, and that may make up a large part of your current portfolio, and that's a good start. You can't beat a good index fund. Warren Buffett says, listen, index funds will do better than 90% of professional investors and traders that trade on the stock market. If you just get you a good index fund and hold it. Yes. You all need to just get in this class with us. Seriously. We talk about all of that stuff. In addition to ETFs, which are exchange traded funds where they bundle stocks, and they could be bundled according to sectors, like you might have an ETF that has healthcare or banking or utilities. You can find an ETF for anything that floats your boat. That's an easy way for investors to get involved in the market. Then individual stocks, if you have the time to do the research. We also talked about bonds in our class as well, the role that bonds play, particularly as we are getting older and closer to retirement, and maybe you're looking for a safer, less volatile kind of investment. You might want to consider bonds, treasury bonds, corporate bonds, municipal bonds. Any of those might make a good addition to your portfolio. They're a little less volatile than the stock market, but they will give you some growth. You're not going to see as much growth if you're comparing those to individual stocks. We got some hot runners out in the market. Y'all know Nvidia's acting a fool. Y'all know Palantir's cutting up. And I'm not, again, I do not talk a lot of politics, you all, but recently I saw, it must have been a reel or something where the one who shall remain nameless, because I never even say the man's name. But at any rate, the little orange man in the big White House, he was invited to a dinner. I want to say it was in London with the Queen. And you all should have seen everybody that was at this dinner. The president of NVIDIA was there, or the CEO of NVIDIA was there. I think there was a representative from, it was either Microsoft or I'm pretty sure it was Microsoft. Yep. Then there was a representative there from Palantir. First of all, if those people are eating together, they're doing business together. There were some cryptocurrency giants there. All I am saying is that we need to follow the money. Follow the money. And so that's what we talk about largely in our financial literacy learning community. And so we want you to have individual stocks if you feel passionate about a company. I am encouraging everyone to invest in ETFs. That's an easy way to get in. Bonds, if you're looking for something a bit more secure. Recently in our community, we read the book Get Good with Money by Tiffany Alici. And she talked about the role that having your 6-month emergency fund, everybody should have that. And if you don't have a 6-month emergency fund set aside, and your emergency fund would be enough money to cover your expenses for 6 months, it's okay. Everybody got to start somewhere. Start with just enough money to cover you for a week if something happened. There's an interesting study out that says that most Americans don't even have $1,000 saved to cover an emergency. Now, you know times are tough. And I know it sounds like, I don't want to sound tone deaf. I know with benefits being cut, people being laid off, that it sounds like, yeah, Sandra, we're just trying to eat over here. But what I am telling you is that many of us have or are currently living like one accident or one incident away from really financial ruin. And you have to start somewhere. So if you can start by just putting aside a little bit of money to start to build your emergency fund. And where would you house your emergency fund? In a high yield savings account. I am constantly reading. I just read that there are still high yield savings accounts that are available. You know, the Federal Reserve just cut interest rates. And so when interest rates get cut, of course, what banks will pay out, those rates get cut as well. And so there was a time, honey, back in the, and not so distant future, where you could find a high yield savings account that paid you over 4%. Well, those might be getting a little harder to find, but there are still high yield savings accounts out there that you can open up with very little money to start building your emergency fund. That's something that we talk about in our community. If you don't know where, if you don't know what, you come talk to us. We'll tell you, the girls will point you to all of the high yield savings accounts where you can start to build your 6-month emergency fund. We also talked again, like I said, about diversifying across asset classes, and not just asset classes, but diversifying globally. And so we talked about stocks, bonds, ETFs, cryptocurrency. We talked about precious metals, gold. I know it sounds crazy, but oh yeah, Maryland is such a vibe, y'all. Go ahead and get the free Wealth Builder Starter Kit today. I'm telling you, go ahead, hit that link, get over there. It'll give you 4 or 5 pillars. Some of the stuff that we're talking about today in this chat. And I'm going to go right over here. Sexy L said, listen, I'm glad you said that. I've been looking at VXUS, yep, and SCHY ETFs, looking at QYLD. Listen, there is no reason when I tell you all, it doesn't take a lot. I hope if it feels like it's going over your head, it's okay. We all have to start somewhere. Listen to me. You can get started investing in the stock market. You can purchase cryptocurrency. You can do all of these things with less than $100. Everything that I just said to you, you can do with less than $100. You can open up a high yield savings account to start your 6-month emergency fund with less than $100. Less than $100. So somebody's probably saying, Sandra, how am I going to start investing with less than $100? I'm here to help the people with their problems. You can open up a brokerage account with Schwab, with Fidelity, with Vanguard, Webull. And y'all know, as much as I hate Robinhood, you can even open up an account with Robinhood, and you can start to purchase what are called fractional shares. Schwab calls them slices. You can buy fractional shares. You know, back in the day when you used to have enough money to buy an entire share, you don't need that. You can start, and the truth is, with Schwab, you can start with as little as $10. You can buy a slice. Now, the only thing about Schwab, and I have to full transparency, is that they only allow you to purchase stocks that are listed on the S&P 500. You cannot purchase slices of ETFs through Schwab just yet. But trust me, y'all, every time I call, I mention it. It's like, this is insane. But with Fidelity, you can absolutely buy fractional shares of stocks and fractional shares of ETFs. This is new. Because some of this technology and stuff is coming online, like as we speak. You know, now they have, let's say you want to get into cryptocurrency, but you don't really have a background and you don't feel comfortable because you don't feel like you know enough about cryptocurrency. They've got cryptocurrency ETFs. You don't have to pick one. You can purchase an ETF. That way you kind of diversify and spread out some of your risk. Lady Sarita says, Moomoo is another one. Yes, Moomoo, all of these are online brokerage accounts. You don't even have to go inside of a bank or institution. You can do these online. I am encouraging you. Please just put your toe in the water. If you haven't already started investing, just get your toe wet. Just dip your toe into the pool. I promise you, even if you just start with your $10, you park it in a good ETF. And since y'all are here, I'm just going to go ahead and give it to you. This is the stuff that we talk about in the class, in our study sessions. And listen, I'm not the only one in there teaching. There are plenty of people in there. Listen, I'm chuckling because I just saw this comment. IQ 47. IQ 47 is over there doing all kind of crazy. Girl, I like that one. That made me chuckle. IQ 47. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Well, at any rate, if you don't know where to start, I'm going to give you a few easy to start ETFs. And I personally like a broad market ETF. Something like VTI, which is Vanguard's total market. And when I say total market, that ETF has, I want to say I know it's over 3,000 companies, but it has representation in almost all of the 11 sectors of the stock market. And yes, if you open up a Fidelity account, you can buy $10 worth of VTI, where you don't have to worry about studying and, going through all of the financial documents to check out if a company is sound. Just buy everything. VTI is one. Another ETF that I think is a sound broad market buy would be VOO. This is Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF, and it tracks it includes the top 500 companies that are traded on the S&P. So you get exposure to 500 companies, and yes, this is not difficult. There's some very alarming statistics that say, while Black women per capita hold more college degrees than any other demographic in the United States. Did you hear that? Black women per capita, we hold more college degrees than any other demographic, but we are the least likely demographic. And maybe Latinas, we may be neck and neck, but certainly of white women, white men, black men. Black women are the least likely to be invested in the stock market. That just blew my mind. That absolutely blows my mind. So I'm encouraging you that you can do it. And if you feel shaky about it, join us. We will help you. We will hold your, I will honest personally. I will personally hold your hand. I will personally help you open up a brokerage account. I will help you set up your Thinkorswim platform, and you can join our study sessions. I am telling you, you will not regret it. It has been, I don't know, maybe 3 years now. Marilyn knows, and I think Sexy L might have been with us from the beginning too. When we started back in our kitchen, my kitchen in Mexico, about 3 years ago, and the community has grown exponentially. When I tell you, I want to say the last I looked, there are about 40 ladies enrolled in this class. There's no pressure to come. There's nobody's taking attendance. We record the sessions. Recordings will be available to you if you can't make a session. We post everything in our Google Classroom. You can go back and look at every book that we read from this starting in January, and everything that we've talked about: stocks, bonds, ETFs, cryptocurrency, emerging markets. Everything is out there for you to see. And I encourage you to, let me take this banner down, hide that. Okay, let me hide this too. Hold tight, folks. Y'all know. Let me hide that. Okay, cool. I just want to get over here and look at the comments. It says, when are your study sessions, Sandra? My schedule is wackadoodle, but I would like to join. Our study sessions, we meet every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. So we have a session coming up this Wednesday, and they're 2 hours. They start at 7 p.m. Central Time. So you can make the adjustment for, your time zone. But again, if you can't make the study session, we offer a recording. That's a part of the package. So yeah, Deborah says the classes are so awesome. I'm telling you, there's no pressure. I have shared my story with you all over and over again. I take classes. I'm constantly in class. I just finished up one with Coursera, and that's another thing I wanted to share with you. Coursera has partnered with Princeton University. Can you believe this? There's a Princeton professor who is doing a class on Coursera. They're a couple that I took, and they talk about beginning investing. They talk about you can even become certified to be a financial planner, a financial consultant. All of these classes are on Coursera. That's the platform. SoFi offers a class on beginning investing and trading. Listen, if I can take these classes, you all, and you can take them at your own pace. I pay $49 a month to have access to hundreds of classes, you all. And once you pay that $49 a month, you don't have to do it that way. That's how I do it. But it gives me access to all these classes across that Coursera platform. You can buy the classes one-on-one. The class with SoFi, I pay $12. $12 for that class. And when I tell you, it was a wealth of information, So I want you all to take advantage of these free opportunities. Fidelity Online always has free classes. Charles Schwab, also free classes. Not only that, they have YouTube channels where they have ongoing sessions that are absolutely free. There's no reason we should not be mastering our money, y'all. And let me just say this, and I wasn't going to say this, but I'm going to say this. There is a wealth transfer going on right under our noses. And I think that so much of the political turmoil is intended to be noise. It is a distraction to keep you distracted. Do not fall for the banana in the tailpipe. When I tell you these billionaires are getting together, no money is enough for them. And so we're not trying to outsmart them. I am simply saying, watch where the money is going and follow suit. Follow suit. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna stay away from there. I'm gonna stay away from it because I do not like to talk politics because I don't want to argue with anybody. I don't want any trolls coming over here arguing. It's not about that. For me, it is not about the politics. It is about understanding how the politics affects money. And when you understand how it affects money, we don't care about the characters. We just want to know, well, what y'all over there doing? And how are y'all making all of this money? And we want to follow suit. And I'm telling you, being educated is the first step. It says, great class. I took the cybersecurity class. Yes, you please check out Coursera. If you have not, if you're not familiar with their website, go to Coursera. They have online classes. They partner with major universities, MIT, U of I. You're getting access to those professors. When I tell you my SoFi class cost me $12, and now I gladly pay them $49 a month. And all of the classes are online. Coursera. That's it. Yes, that's it. Coursera. That's exactly it. Here it is. Yep, all of it. You can get a certification. I'm gonna go ahead and buckle down because you know how we love a certification. I don't know what it is. When I tell you Black women per capita have the most degrees and certifications of any demographic in the US, you don't believe me? Google it. You don't have to take my word for it. Google it. So I'm going over to get another certification. I don't know what it is, but there's something about it lends something to your credibility. I know exactly what I'm talking about. When I am telling you all, I made all the financial mistakes. I made them all. I made them all. I swear, it's a wonder I'm still here and I can talk and smile about and talk about money. I've healed that financial trauma, those wounds and those fears by educating myself, by getting in community with other women where there is no shame. We all talk about it. Look, girl, I did this. I did this bonehead move. It's okay. You're with friends. You're with friends. Well, no, there's a no judgment zone, but you can recover. And so I think the balance of that, or the gift in that, is you can absolutely recover. Not only can you recover, but you can thrive and you can get ahead. And you can absolutely, if you choose to be a millionaire or a billionaire. Now we're trying to get up there with the other boy. I'm sorry, y'all. I really do try to be good. The Tesla man about to be a trillionaire. Who needs $1 trillion? But at any rate, if you are feeling shaky and you don't want to go, Coursera, if you're going to pay by class or you're going to pay $49 a month, that can get a little pricey. Our price is very reasonable. When I tell you it's probably the lowest on the internet, you better get on in here, because starting in January, and I say this every year, y'all are so creative, muskrat. In January, our prices for our learning community will be going up. Yep, finally, it's been a whole year. Finally, the prices I have to, in order to keep the community running. But so right now it's $2.99. If you get in, that gives you our bi-weekly, or is it bi-monthly study sessions? That's study sessions every 2 weeks. The second Wednesday, the fourth Wednesday of the month, they're 2 hours. It gives you access to the Google Classroom, all the recordings, and just a wonderful community of Black women. Some of them are in the comments. I am telling you. Yes, please. We would love to have you. I often recommend that you open up 2 brokerage accounts. Again, we're talking about not only diversifying across assets, but we diversify across platforms as well. In case something happens, does anybody remember? Because I know I do. Do y'all remember when Robinhood shut down? They shut that thing down. It was during all of that AMC. Or was it AMC? I forgot what happened. Nobody wants all their money tied up in one place. Period. So most of the ladies in our community work out of Fidelity, Schwab, either of those 2. We like Schwab because we use their platform Thinkorswim. And this session coming up, we're doing I got some stuff laid out for this session. We're going to talk about a trading strategy that professional traders use. We're going to talk about how to use the 21-day EMA, the exponential moving average, to enter into a trade. How do we know when is a good time to buy? And so there's some science behind when is a good time to buy. And so we're going to be going over, when is a good time to enter? How do you set up your trade to execute automatically? How do you set it up for your profit, take profit, set up your stop loss? All of that stuff is stuff that we're going to be talking about this Wednesday coming up. So it's not too late. If you want to get in, come on, join us. Let's say, Marilyn said, Elon Musk is no longer the world's richest person according to recent rankings, with Larry Ellison of Oracle now holding that spot. It's a fight to the top. Or is it really a fight to the bottom? Because I don't understand how. Anyway, nobody asked me. I will say he finagled that $1 trillion deal. I thought they would tell him no. Nope. Nope, not at all. So maybe they're fighting for that top spot. I don't know. I don't need to be a trillionaire, you all. I just need to make sure that I have enough money that I can't outlive it, and that I can leave something for my children and my grandchildren. That's my goal for every Black woman, is to be able to live comfortably, live the life of your dream in a way that honors you, in a way that you feel good about. And it doesn't take $1 million to get started. You can start. First of all, sign up for the class so that you aren't doing it alone. Get in community with like-minded Black women. I have some openings on my schedule if you want to. And in order to join the community, you don't even have to have a one-on-one. You just go to the Calendly link. It's in the chat. It's at the top of the chat. And sign up, and I'll send you the link so that you can join the class. You don't want to put it off. Under my eye. You don't want to put it off. You want to get in there, because I'm telling you, these people out here making money. They're making money left and right. Okay, let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Marilyn put up the link for Coursera. Oh yes, there's LaTanya. Hey girl. Y'all, come on, join in. Some of us have been there for a year, 2 years, and we are pulling the trigger. We are actually buying things and getting it done. So join us if you haven't already joined. I wanted to make sure that you have an opportunity to click that link. We've got spots that are open. Our next session, we'll be talking about how to enter a trade, how to set that up, whether you're trading stocks, options. That's primarily what we talk about. But whether you're interested in learning about the position or the role bonds might play, cryptocurrency. I was sharing with the ladies, if you just joined the stream or if you joined later, I did finally pull the trigger on some emerging market ETFs. I put it in my grandkids' portfolio, but I'm going to be putting that in my portfolio as well. And if you don't know if you're listening, you're saying, Sandra, I don't have a clue about any of the stuff you're talking about, you're the person I'm talking to. Get over here with us, join us, and we would absolutely love to have you. I don't know if anybody has any questions. Oh, let me tell y'all this. Y'all know I've been away for a while. I think the last video, I may have put up 3 videos in the last 3 months, y'all. But I don't know if y'all can see this, but can you tell there's a little less of me? Just a little less. Well, you all stay tuned, because on December the 9th, I think it's Sunday, December the 9th. Let me check my calendar. We're going to have a special live stream. I think that, let me get the date right. Lord knows I don't need no more flub ups with the time. Oh, it's the 7th. Okay, so it's Sunday, December the 7th at 7 o'clock p.m. I am going to have Dr. Robin, she's our sleep doctor. If y'all don't know who Dr. Robin is, who else is going to be with us? Oh, then we'll have Tracy McQuarter. She's the author of By Any Greens Necessary. She's a vegan advocate and whole health, whole eating, whole health advocate. Frances Hunt, if you all are familiar with Exodus Summit, then you know Frances Hunt. Frances is a certified fitness instructor and yoga instructor. And then we're going to have my very own baby doc, my daughter, Taylor Jones. She's a pharmacist, she's a PharmD, and she's going to be talking to us about the role of hormones and supplements for women over 40. So here's the tea. Here's the real tea. This is why I've been going, y'all. Y'all, y'all know I did a live back in March where all the ladies went and we got our exams here at Prince Court. Well, y'all know the doctor took my arm and she was like, girl, you in the last quarter. This is not the time to flub the ball. I was like, okay. Well, when I went in there, y'all, and my friend said, she said, a woman who will tell you how much she weighs or a woman who will tell you her age will tell you anything. I'm that girl. Y'all, I went in there, and I think I shared this with y'all. I was brace yourselves, ladies, brace yourselves. Hold on to your hats, clutch your pearls. I was 195 pounds. I mean, I guess I saw it coming, but I didn't. And it wasn't until I stepped on that scale, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. And the woman took my arm and she was so serious, but she was so kind. She was like, baby, this is not going to cut it. So y'all, from March, now we're heading into November, December. I have lost a total of 47 pounds. Won't he do it? Ain't God good? Won't he do it? Oh, you know, yep. By Any Greens Necessary. Oh, you know her. That's my friend, Tracy. Those 4 women who I just told you about, Dr. Robin, Tracy McQuarter, Frances Hunt, and my very own daughter, Taylor Jones, all 4 of those women helped me along this journey. Yes, I am telling you, it's incredible. The first person who really even spoke to me in a way that I could hear was Tracy McQuarters, the author of By Any Greens Necessary. And she gave me some advice, you all. The girl is so good. I didn't even have like a full session with her. And she just gave me some tips. And I said, okay, I can do that. So I started with her. And then the next person to come into, who's the next one? I have been watching Frances online. Frances does an online fitness thing. I promise you. I started watching Frances. I watched Frances work out for an entire year. When it finally hit me, oh my God, I could have been doing the same thing. I watched Frances transform her body. So Frances is going to come and talk to us in December too about what you can do, particularly for women over the age of 40. I don't know about y'all, but I thought I was going to be able to jump right in, and just do what I normally do, cut back a little bit, walk a little bit, and get into shape. Honey, that's not what happened. My body was like, oh, this is not your 30-year-old body. This is your 60-year-old body. You're going to have to do something different for her. So Frances is going to join us to talk about a routine that you can put together to help you get strong. I had never even heard the term sarcopenia until I started watching Frances work out. So she's going to talk about all of that stuff. And then we have Dr. Robin, who's going to talk about sleep. Did I say Dr. Robin? Oh my gosh, Dr. Robin was the first one. Dr. Robin helped me get sleep. Did you all know that sleep has something to do with weight? I didn't know that. Zura, thank you so much. Thank you, Sexy L. Y'all know my girl. Thank you. Yep. LaTanya, we're doing the work. Do you work out with Frances? Frances is a beast. Frances is a beast, baby. Frances has a whole online program. If you're not familiar with Frances, please come back and join us Sunday, December the 7th. And then my daughter's going to round out that panel to talk about the role that your hormones play the role that supplements play and your metabolic health. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Congratulations on your health upgrade and weight loss. Thank you, New Life Creator. It says, I can relate to do something different. Yep. I thought that, first of all, I think all of us, the older you get, you are conscientious about your weight. And I was able to just get in. It would take me 6 weeks. Let me clean up my diet. Let me drink a little more water, cut this soda out, cut the coffee out, and, get in the gym, maybe walk a little bit, and I would be back. That did not happen this time. No, baby. That stubborn belly fat was holding on for dear life. Dear life. And I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure it out. And when I tell you, those 4 ladies gave me the pieces: sleep, movement, nutrition, and supplements. That they put together a program for me. And I'm telling you, it was purely divine. Yeah, my sleep. Oh, your sleep is trash. Yep, you need Dr. Robin. I'm telling you. And I'm not going to give it all away. But when I tell you, Dr. Robin gave me 5 things to do, 5 things. I do them religiously. And now I sleep a whole lot better. Francis's Instagram is Findings with Francis. If you Google or look up Francis Hunt, Findings with Francis. The girl's a beast. She does yoga, Pilates, some weight training, and she does it all at her house. You don't even have to go to the gym. That's what got me. Yeah, you don't have to go to the gym. Francis will get you together. I just had a test to check my hormones, testosterone regulation, motivation. Who knew? Who knew? And another one, did you all know cortisol? If your cortisol is high, it makes it harder to lose belly fat. Insulin, if your insulin is out of whack, all of that helps, or it makes it harder for you to lose belly fat. Y'all know I was walking around here looking like I was pregnant any day. And so, yeah. Well, first of all, let me show y'all my guns is coming in. Y'all ain't seen my little guns starting to come back. Can you see a little muscle in there? The ladies got me all the way together. Yup, you could tell. Face gone, because I was getting just as round. Yes, love some greens. My mom told me to never go a day without green vegetables. Y'all have got to come and hear Tracy talk. And what I love about all 4 of those women on that panel that we'll be doing in December the 7th. What I love about them is they don't lecture. I don't respond well to negative energy. If you stand behind me and yell, or if you stand behind me and say little, that's not going to work for me. When I tell you, they were so gentle. They were just a source of information. It was a beautiful thing. It was absolutely beautiful. So, yes, here it is. That's it. Findings with Francis. That's her site. Please go check out her Instagram. Please subscribe to her Instagram right now. What does it says? I'm coming to Malaysia in February for the health screening. Yes. Just a heads up, the last time I was over there with another sister, they were renovating. And so don't let that, skew your perspective about the experience. Because when we all went, we went together. And it was on the first level of Prince Court Hospital, which is a world-class, world-renowned hospital, top-notch care. Everything was intact, and they had several waiting rooms. While there were lots of people, you could still see that they were moving people through. And it can feel a little like an assembly line, but they had several waiting rooms, and so it still felt pretty personal. When I went the last time, because they're renovating that space, they moved the clinic to the 3rd floor. It's a temporary space now, and everybody was kind of in the same waiting room. So it didn't feel quite as luxe this last time. And maybe a month or so ago when I went with another travel sister. So I don't know where they will be in the renovation by the time February comes around, but the quality of care is still top tier. So the facility is going through a bit of a change. And so maybe by the time you get here, everything will be back. The dust will have settled and you'll never know the difference. You'll get a chance to sit in the Premier Lounge, which I encourage all sisters to do. Do visit the Premier Lounge. Get yourself a cappuccino and some Perrier water and kick your feet up while you wait for your prescription or whatever it is you need to do. I did want to give you a heads up, anybody who's coming, because I know there is a group of sisters coming in December for their checkups as well. And I encourage you to do it. Yes, this is where I found out about cortisol. And cortisol surges when you are stressed. When I tell you, between the exam is what kicked it off for me, and then each one of those 4 ladies, when I tell you they entered my life in divine order. Dr. Robin was the first one. She talked to me about sleep. Let me get the order right, because this is the way it happened. Dr. Robin and I did a dream together a year ago, and she talked to me about sleep. And I'll tell you the first one. Okay, I'm going to tell you the first thing she told me to do. I can give y'all this one for free. Because at the time, about a year ago, when I was still in Thailand, I was sleeping in my bed. I can't lie. Y'all can go back, roll the tape. I had both of my laptops in bed with me, both of my phones, 2 cell phones in the same bed. I would sleep with the TV on, and my curtains had shears. They were shears. So I never blocked out you can see everything through shears. She said, Sandra, stop right there. Stop right there. First of all, get both of the laptops and the cell phones out of your bed. You basically got a robot in bed with you. I was like, oh my God. I had to take all of the electronics out of my bedroom. I did not know that this was a problem. I did not. And then she said, turn the TV off. Get you some blackout shades. I am not going to give it all away because Dr. Robin is going to come and give you the science behind it. I know what she told me to do, but she will explain to you the science behind it. Hey, Michelle, it's been so long. Yep, I'm still in Malaysia. I'm still here. We've got a couple more sisters coming to do their health screenings, and I want to be here to greet them, just to kind of make sure everybody gets what they need. I've been Pam. I'm stressed out, Pam Jones, lately, especially given the state of the world. I can't wait for the series you're offering with the 4. Yes, the ladies are going to be here. I'm telling you, they changed my life. I would love to say, I did it all by myself. I woke up one morning, my willpower kicked in. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. If it wasn't for Dr. Robin helping me get my sleep straight first, and then Tracy came in just as gently. When I tell you, when you hear her talk, I was mesmerized. Tracy gave me a few tips. Like 3 or 4 things to do, simple things. And it helped me rethink my relationship with food. The woman she's a vegan. I'm kind of like a baby vegan now. Y'all, did you know you could have salad for breakfast? I didn't even know the salad for breakfast was a thing. So salads for breakfast, that's whole new. Did you know you can have soup for breakfast? I thought breakfast had to be bacon, eggs, pancakes. The standard American diet, which is called the SAD diet. Rightfully so. No. You can have peppermint tea. Tea is a part of my life. Cut out coffee. I'm just telling you, I'm not going to give it all away. I'm not going to give it all away because I need y'all to come back, because I can tell you what I did, but what I did might not work for you. I want the ladies to tell you the science behind it all, because these are all professionals. Dr. Robin is a registered pharmacist. My daughter is a pharmacist. Francis is a certified fitness instructor. And then Tracy is a world-renowned author. She has helped thousands of Black women along their journey in terms of rethinking their relationship with food. They're the experts. They're the people who got me straight. I'm telling you, I have that bad habit of the TV on. Girl, turn it off. Turn it off. Good rest is essential. Y'all better listen to Marilyn. Marilyn has been retired, baby, and Marilyn looks like $1,000,000. Marilyn looks like $1,000,000. I had no idea what was happening with me metabolically during sleep. They gonna come and lay it all out. I would try, but I would mess it up. They will be able to tell you what your body is doing while you're sleeping and all the things that are happening. I don't know how people deal without black up. Oh, Sam is here. Sam is here. So if you all stuck around, Sam is here. I'm going to add her to the stream in just a little. Yep, blackout curtains. We need all of that. Funny how we stay in a habit for no good reason. No good reason at all. I kept my TV on at night because I watched my my mom slept with the TV on. Everybody in my family slept with the TV on. Turn the TV off. I always eat a salad for breakfast. Salad and soup anytime. Yep. Y'all, where were you all when I was struggling? Well, listen, I don't know if you waited around. If you did, I'm going to invite Sam into the stream, and we're just going to shift this conversation just a little bit. You all come back in December. Come back in December the 7th. It's 7:00 p.m. Central Time. I'll post it. Just be looking for it. Okay, so let's go ahead. Hey, Sam, how are you?
I'm good.
Girl, we've just been here chit-chatting, waiting for you. We've just been chatting.
Sorry.
No, you have nothing to apologize for. I think when we talked about it before, and let me just slow down and introduce y'all, because most of you all here that are in the chat, you're already familiar with Sam. You have seen her on the channel before. We did a live stream last year. If you're in the class, if you're in our learning community, you have seen Sam. She came out and spoke so beautifully to all of us. Sam has a YouTube channel. It's Black Women Build Wealth. And I have linked her channel. Let me go ahead and link Sam's channel. Here is her YouTube channel. I'll run it right along the bottom if you guys want to go and check out some of her content. But Sam is with us today because, again, it's time, that time of year for the Wealthy Black Women Summit 2025. I want to say this is year 3. Is it year 3, Sam?
Yes.
It's year 3. So we want to give Sam an opportunity to tell you and talk to you about things that you can expect at the summit. I have linked that as well. So let me go ahead. I'm going to run that link for you to, I think I have it. Yes, here it is. There's the link. It's in the chat. It's in the description box of this video. It's on my YouTube community post. It's everywhere. It's on Facebook. You all get there, hit that link, and get your ticket to the Wealthy Black Women Summit 2025. And so I'm a hush because we've just been here chatting, saying we've just been holding space, girl. We've just been holding space. I'm going to let Sam introduce herself, and then we're just going to go through, I think we're going to be talking about how you can change your financial trajectory. So it may not be looking, and we touched on some of this before you jumped on the call, Sam, that, this is the time. There's no time like today. The best time to get started is today. And so it might not look like, I know, money is tight, jobs can be a little precarious, but you need to start doing something, and you can absolutely take charge and change the trajectory. Do not get caught up in the noise of the politics. There's absolutely a way for us as Black women to not only learn about money, master our money, make money, grow money, and be financially savvy. So, Sam, without further ado, go ahead and give it to the girls.
Well, first of all, Sandra, thank you so much for having me again on your channel, and thank you for everybody in the chat for being here. I know for some of you it's quite late, but thank you so much for being here to hear me out on this third summit that I'm actually organizing this year. And Sandra, you have been such a great support from year one, from day one, and when I approached you with the idea. And just want to thank you again for creating this space for me to share my passion and this summit that is upcoming in about 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
So yeah, so for those who don't know me, my name is Semirath. I go by Sam. I live in Ottawa, Canada. I'm a single mother by choice. I have 3 young kids that I'm raising by myself, age 5 and under. And I'm also a money coach, and I have a passion for money and I have a passion for Black women. So I put those two passions together, helping Black women essentially build wealth, which is the name of my YouTube channel. And for the third year now, I've been also doing a summit. It's a one-day online summit where we have Black women expert in their field coming to talk about different topics that are related to building wealth. So the theme this year is wealth is resistance. And the reason why I think it's such a timely topic with everything that has been happening this year, for me, I felt like, how could I create, something that's going to resonate with Black women? And there is one quote that I've always had in my mind when I was going, learning history at school. It was from Malcolm X, 1962. And so that was when I was in my home country in Benin, West Africa, and we were learning about, the history of Black, Black history. But one quote that always stayed with me was from Malcolm X, and he said, the most disrespected person in America is a Black woman. The most neglected person in America is a Black woman, and the most unprotected person in America is a Black woman. And for me, when I was young, I was like, what does that mean, right? Because I was in an environment where there are like only Black women. It was like majorly like Black people, and so I feel like not much has changed. In today, 2025, this quote was like in 1962, and today Black women are still struggling, are still facing systemic barriers, are still undercompensated, although we are like the one who have, the most degrees and everything, just showing that, professional success has nothing to do with financial freedom. And so we need to take the reins of this. Like nobody's gonna do it for us. And so the summit is really about that this year, is really talking about those topics that maybe we don't talk enough of when it comes to building wealth. And so quite excited about the lineup of speakers that I was able to put together. And we have speakers from everywhere this year, like from Canada, from the US, from the UK, someone from Germany. And so quite excited, and someone from Playa del Carmen as well, from Mexico. So a very global summit this year.
Sam, that is so timely that you would say that, because before you came on, we were talking about that. And I know that this is true in the US, that per capita, Black women hold more college degrees than any other demographic.
Yep.
But by the same token, we are the least likely to be invested in the stock market.
Yes.
So we know many Black women are thriving professionally, but they still struggle with money. Why do you think that is, Sam?
I do believe it's a knowledge gap, and I do think it's done on purpose. And the systems have been put in place to not giving us the right information, making it very complicated, telling us that we won't understand it, and just making sure that we just keep at the basic levels when it comes to money. Like, make the money, spend the money, save the money, but you don't know much about the investing the money long term, making sure you have the proper insurance in place, doing your financial planning, your estate planning. All of that are really, really important as well, for in the whole picture of things. So it's really, for me, that's what it is. It's really that the knowledge gap, and that is done on purpose. So unfortunately, the information not going to be fed to us. We need to go and get it. That's what I did. I literally, put myself in circles where there are not many Black people, not many Black women, and the information was shared, but I had to be intentional and really putting myself in those circles. And so that needs to change, because one thing that is with Black women, when we elevate, we bring a lot of people with us. And that is very particular about Black women that you don't see with any other race or any other, like
Mhm.
the same gender in another race. Like, even if you don't want it, when we progress, we bring people with us. We're going to
That's
be helping more. We're going to be so we can't be selfish enough. That's just what it is. Even if it's important for us to set healthy boundaries, someone is gonna be benefiting from our success as well. And so that's why it's really important for me, and that's a true passion of mine. Same as you, is really like to make
right.
Black women actually get to invest in
Yeah.
more bigger number than what we have seen so far, because that's how a lot of wealth have been built. And so now in today's day and age, it's so no, I'm not gonna say easy, but it's much easier today to actually get started with a brokerage account and put your money in the stock market and whatnot. But
Mhm.
there's still those systemic barriers, the fear, the society telling you that you can't do it. It's very complicated. It's just reserved to a certain portion of the population and all that, or that you don't have enough money. You need to have a certain amount of money before you start, and all of that is just bogus. Like you really,
Yeah.
yeah. So
It's
I think
part of
that's
that misinformation that you were talking about, and I think you were spot on when you said that Black women typically, when we learn something, we don't keep it to
no,
ourselves.
we
We
don't.
go right out and share. If we learn how to multiply a dollar, we instantly go out, and so it's a part of our culture,
Hmm.
and that's a beautiful part. But there are also some other parts of our culture that kind of hold us back.
Yeah.
What are some of the myths? And I know this. You and I have talked about this before, but what are some of the myths and cultural beliefs that are kind of true to Black folks in period, that
Mm.
kind of hold us back? And one of the, because I think that thing with sharing and taking somebody along, it can be a double-edged sword,
Yeah.
because sometimes you can get lost in trying to pull everybody. Everybody may not be ready to go,
Yeah.
and you don't want that to slow you down. Sam, can you talk to us about some of the myths and some of the cultural beliefs that kind of inhibit Black women from being more financially savvy?
Yeah. So one thing, maybe it's becoming less common, but like I grew up in Africa, and growing up as a young girl back there, I was able to see a lot of women getting married just because they wanna, like, they were not choosing the person more because they liked the person or loved the person, but because that person was wealthy, and for them they needed to get married to a wealthy person to have the wealth, so they couldn't see how they could build the wealth themselves. And so what would happen is, if the marriage was successful, then it's fine. But sometimes the marriage is not successful, and then what happened is, like, a lot of those women, they actually get stuck in those relationships that are not serving them anymore, because in many cases as well, it's not just them getting married, but it's their entire family getting married to that person, because that person will take care of them and then their family. So then you're really stuck there. And so I feel like the narrative has been like, for a lot of us Black women, you need to have the man to be able to build the wealth. You cannot do it on your own. Of course, it's changing now, gradually. I still feel like it's not changing quickly enough, where Black women are more like independent and they're taking control of their lives much more. But it's still like, there's still a bit of that stigma. And so the reality is, like, a lot of us, we were not, when we're growing up, money was not a topic that we were including into, like, discussions. First of all, maybe money was not talked about that much, and even if that was talked about, maybe those were not discussions that we were involved in, to the point that essentially, so you become adult and you have to learn the whole thing by yourself, and a lot of us will be making mistakes and also having that fear that is actually linked to the money. So there is a lot of fear based, I guess, like, narratives that actually is around money, right? So money for a lot of people, including myself, is very emotional. It's not just the financial, because on paper it may make sense, but like there is that whole emotion behind it, the history behind it, that will actually determine how you're going to be approaching, how you're going to be approaching the whole money management aspect. And
Mhm.
so it's a real struggle for a lot of us, because now we are like in a society where we're trying to navigate different ways of doing things and still finding ourselves, right? Because the reality is like everybody needs money for something, anything. Most of the time today days and age, if you want to do something, you need to have the money, right? So the approach to money for a lot of people is not that intentional because they don't really think of it. They're like on autopilot. There is a lot of trauma that is coming from our upbringing that we're still bringing to how we actually deal with money. And so that's definitely one thing that I have a speaker. She's really coming to talk about that emotional aspect. Like, there is like it's a whole, like, I'm not gonna say burden, but like there is like that whole aspect of like what money represent for us, right? So people can be like, oh, it's just money. Some people like, no, it's money, like, my entire life is about this, and we're talking about the same thing, right? And so that's really something that I think is important for each person to really have a good understanding of what is money for them. Because even when I'm coaching Black women about investing, and I'm pretty sure that also happened to you, Sandra, like very successful in their careers, smart, raised like beautiful kids who are like achieved in their lives, like, but then they're fearful of investing because for them it's like a big, big box, black box, and they're like, I don't know, like I feel like I'm just gonna put my money into this and then hope that something happened, and then they're not really confident about it. And so that has nothing to do with like the calculation, like the finances aspect. It has to do more with the emotional. And so even as a coach, I'm sure even for you, Sandra, like myself, I've had to educate myself more about the emotional aspect of money so I could help my clients better. Because if I cannot help them on that side, they're never going to be able to actually get into the investing, because it's really something that they cannot even fathom for them, that it's too much for them to actually process. They'd rather not do it than actually do it and feel all like, anxious about it.
That overwhelm can paralyze you or leave you frozen because it seems like such a big, daunting task. So, Sam, for Black women who are listening, who might be tuned in or who might catch this in the replay, what are some very simple first steps that a sister can take today to get started on the path to recovering financially and changing the trajectory of her finances? What are some simple things they can do?
That's a good question. So I think for me, a lot of us, we are like we're like avoiders when it comes to money. So we don't look at our bills, we don't look at our statements, we don't know. A lot of us don't even know how much we're making. All of those things, because money comes, money goes, which is the case, but it's really a lot of us we don't want to face the numbers. So the first thing I will say ideally is like, you need to sit and you need to look at your numbers. How much is coming in? How much is going out? How much you have left? How much you're saving? How much you're investing? And even when it comes to saving and investing, you don't want to just doing it for the sake of it. Like, are you investing 5%? Are you investing 15%? What is the reason behind it? And that's where it becomes like that long-term strategy that a lot of us don't think of. And that's the thing, like Black women, we are so good at saving. Like we will save the money. We can stretch the dollar and like find the deal. But when it comes to the long term, it's like something that I feel like sometimes we don't, I don't know, like, is it that we don't even think that, the retirement long term is really hard for us to wrap our head around it. But the reality is like my goal is that I want each Black woman to reach retirement age, which whenever she feels like, she wants to stop working, and not feel like, she doesn't have the means for that and that she has to work until she dies. I hear people say that, oh, I'm just going to work until I die now. And to me, I'm like, oh, no, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm even
not this group.
Exactly.
We
right?
are anti.
So that half jokingly, and I'm like, but the reality that a lot of people will actually find themselves like that because they haven't planned. So if you're investing 15%, is it because you have already worked the numbers and then it makes sense for you to invest 15% because at a certain age you're supposed to have that much in your nest egg for your retirement? Because you don't want to be just investing 15% because someone told you. It needs to make sense for you, right? So that's a lot of things that people don't think of. So I think for me, the first step will be sit and then look at your bills, look at your like paycheck, just to have an idea of like how much exactly you're being paid and what is being taken in terms of taxes and whatnot.
Mhm.
The second thing I'll say is that because, like I say, money is very emotional, it's really hard. Like, I'm someone who's very comfortable talking about money. I listen to a lot of money related podcasts all day long. Like, that's my thing, that's my job. But a
Mhm.
lot of people, that's not their thing. That's just the reality of it. And so I'll say the second step probably be to find a community of Black women who get together, create a safe space for you to be able to ask all the questions you want, like
Mhm.
becoming comfortable with like the whole idea of like how money works, how to build the wealth, how to invest, how to do the insurance, all of those things. Because the reality is like there's not many spaces like that for us Black women out there. Like there are spaces of investors club and whatnot, but our reality is very unique. Like, even the expectations that the society has from a Black woman is very, very unique. Like, some of us, if we are like, the oldest sibling,
Yep.
there are like so many expectations from us that and
Yep.
you have to see how you're going to be juggling that, and also at the same time not forgetting about yourself, how you set
Mhm.
healthy boundaries. So then, yes, you can help, but you're not also, creating financial ruin for yourself, all of those things. So for me, when it comes to money, and because of that background, that very, trauma history that we have when it comes to money, I feel like it's very important for us to have that space of Black women. And that's what you have created right here.
Yeah.
Black women coming together at a certain time, talking about, how to trade, how to invest, how to build the wealth. And that's, those are the second. Of course, the third thing will be to sign up for the summit because that's
Oh,
what we're going to be doing. Um, really, and diving into different aspects of the money. I think the summit this year will be really for someone who wants to have a good idea of what is it that I need to do to making sure that financially I am actually ready, whether it
yeah.
is making sure you have the proper insurance in place, whether it is to making sure. So my session will be on how to invest by yourself, so do it yourself investing, or like even to build a business, right? So a lot of us we have been told you need to go to school, you need to go to university, get your degrees, and become someone else's employees. And a lot of us, we are realizing in our 30s, 40s, 50s that actually that's a lie. That's a lie.
Mhm.
That doesn't work like that. Like, the way you can really build the wealth faster is actually having your own business, so it's more flexibility. Yes, it's more risk, but you get to actually put something in place that actually works for you, right? So I'm
Mhm.
gonna have someone who literally built a business overseas. Like she opened a business. She's an American woman. She lives in Playa del Carmen. She opened a business over there, and she set it up in place in a way that she doesn't even need to be there, physically
Mhm.
every day, because she hired a manager who's taking care of that. And that is like money that she's getting on a regular basis, because she's the investor. She's the man,
Yeah.
the main investor in the business. And to me, I feel like there's such a freedom that comes from building your own business that honestly you cannot have when you're someone's employee. Like you cannot, because you
Yeah.
someone's employee, that means that employer gets to tell you where to be at what time and what to do. There is no
That's
freedom.
my dear friend Natasha you're talking about, right?
Yes,
Natasha Turner?
exactly. Yes.
Yes. Phenomenal spirit, phenomenal
Mhm.
sister.
Yeah.
Built her own business. She
Mhm.
was a trader too. She's an
Yeah,
investor and a trader. That's how she and
exactly.
I connected in Mexico. But
Mhm.
Sam, you said that so beautifully. And I think I don't want us to glass over this point that you don't have to do it alone.
Yes.
I think that makes it even more intimidating.
Mhm.
And two things I want to stop and just really put a pin in. Sam nailed it. You don't have to do this alone.
Yeah.
We have we have created a community, of course, the 1000 Black Women Brokerage Account
Mhm.
Challenge. I want you to join the community. You know, we talked
Mhm.
about this before. The link is in the chat. You know where to find me. But that is a group of Black women, and we did not all start out in the same place.
Yeah.
Some of us came with money trauma, all kind of stuff, girl. We're at every rung of the ladder.
Yeah.
And so you want to get in community there. And then Sam's Summit is offering an opportunity for you to network network.
Yeah.
You don't have to know it all.
Hmm.
Sam has beautifully curated a group of women who can help you with all aspects of your finances. And I don't want to even steer folks to just my community, because there's certain things that we do, but we don't do everything.
Hmm.
We don't talk about necessarily being an entrepreneur, but
Hmm.
going to the summit, you will get a taste of several different areas and ways that you can, address your finances. Everybody might not want to be an entrepreneur, everybody might not want to be an
Yeah.
investor, but you can go to this summit and get a myriad of perspectives on
Hmm.
how you can better yourself financially. And Sam, that leads beautifully into my next question, because I think we kind of already talked about it, which is, when we're talking about building wealth, talk about the power of collective wealth and sisterhood on this journey, what role that plays.
Honestly, for me, I think it's crucial. It's such a critical element. Of course, anyone, you can go on your own and get the information and learn and do it yourself. But so us Black people, I think one power that we really have is the power of community. Like, um, you know, when the time of slavery, people were getting together, finding ways to even, like, creating languages, so then their masters wouldn't understand how, what they were talking. There are like entire languages who came from just like slaves trying to talk in codes, so then masters would not understand what they were talking about. And so I think this is something that even in days and age, it's something that we actually still carry, and which is really serving us, the power of being in community and being able to actually uh, move mountains. That's just what it is. And so for me, like, I feel, especially for us Black women, and when you look at it, let's say from a fitness perspective, studies have showed that um, for women in general, we perform more when we have, like, let's say, group classes, like, for like workouts, versus when we go to the gym and we have to be doing like different machines and everything. That's not our job. Like, we want to
Mhm.
be together in a class with other people, and then sweating with them and doing all the things together, because it's more motivating for us. And I think that's just the same, like a lot of groups that have been where Black women were together, and then essentially for working toward the same goals. It's just amazing, like, the magic that actually happened in there. And so to me, I feel like it's something that it's really a power that we have as Black women that we need to actually leverage in any environment that we are in. And so for me, like, anywhere that I go, even when, before even coming to Mexico, where I met you in person, for me, it was just like, what is a group of Black women that I know once I get there, I can just, connect with them. And because I already knew that if I could find a group of Black women where I was going, it was going to be much easier for me to actually
Yeah.
immerse myself in the culture. I'll just feel like more at ease and all that. And so the same thing, like for investing, or like, for building wealth, like, where can you go, which community can you join, which is going to be holding you accountable. So that's the thing also, when you're in community, they're going to hold you accountable, versus when you do it by yourself. I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next month, and I'll do it
Yeah.
next year, and I will never do it. But when you're in community and you like, I want accountability for this month, this is what I'm focusing on, someone please keep me accountable, people will keep you accountable. And that's
Mhm.
where you one of those who can actually get to the end of the year and be like, my God, I accomplished so much this year, versus what happened to my goals, because they were just like all forgotten about, like, not even 15 days into the year. And so that's really something that I see, that is, it's something that I feel like is really helping a lot of Black women achieve a lot of things, like whether it is investing, building wealth, moving abroad, losing weight, whatever. When you find that community of Black women and you're really serious about it, and you're active in that community, you get the reward back, and it's usually something that is very transformational. So definitely recommend to leverage that to the maximum.
Community is everything. And Sam and I did not talk about this, Sam, but before you got on, I'm telling you, I shared with the ladies at the very end as I was wrapping up that I recently, like from March until now, I lost 45 pounds. And
Mm,
I know, girl, and I didn't do it by myself.
mm,
I was in community with other Black women. And I asked the audience, y'all, come back December the 9th. No, it's December the 7th.
and
The women, the Black women who helped me on that journey, I wanted us to touch on this because you said it. It doesn't have to be money,
yeah,
it could be health, it
mhm,
could be fitness, it could be any goal.
mhm.
For whatever reason, Black women, we are so much better when we are together.
We
I
are. Yeah.
and I want to dispel that myth that we can't get along and that we can't do that. That is a lie. That is an
Mhm.
absolute lie. It is in community when I find I am just my best self,
Yeah.
because Black women are resources, and
Mhm.
we will share our knowledge, we will share our expertise. And so I'm so happy you said that, Sam. I want them to know, I promise you, she and I did not talk
We
about
did
this.
not know.
We did not. Those four Black women came
Yeah.
in, and each one of them had something to contribute. And I
Mhm.
think that's what you're going to find at the summit.
Yeah.
When you go, you're going to see a panel of Black women who all have an area of expertise
Yeah.
that you can draw something from so that you leave better, and
Mhm.
that you now have some more tools in your toolkit. You got some more resources. Sam, what inspired you to create the Wealthy Black Women Summit? What inspired you? What was, because I know this is year 3 for you, but I
Yes.
remember the first year. What inspired, what was the first, when did you know, okay, this is something I need to do?
Um, I think so. It's essentially it's those two things. It's like, I'm very passionate about money. I'm very passionate about Black women, and I love seeing Black women win. Like even if I don't know her, I'll be like, I feel like I'm winning too. That's just what it is. Like sometimes I read something about a Black woman who just got an award or something, and I'm like, that's a piece of me, right? So,
Yeah,
and so the thing is, the reality is, we are so neglected at so many
yeah,
levels, so different aspects in the society. Like we need to always, um, literally, being our own promoter anywhere that we go and advocate for ourselves. Be our own voice. And if you're someone who's not really outspoken, very shy, like I've seen in work, like in professional uh, workspaces, how if you're not a good advocate for yourself, you can be passed on for promotion even if you're doing everything, even if you are the one who
mhm,
has the degrees. And that's one thing, like parents will tell you, just do your job, do it well, and you get the promotion. That's so not true. That is
mhm,
not true. You have to do also, the networking, all of those things, because people take you for granted and they're like, oh, she's doing
mhm,
her job so well, I'm just gonna keep her there. No, that's not the thing. And so for me, and the reality is also like Sandra. So I've been, let's say, in like spaces where people are talking about financial freedom, financial independence, how to do different things. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of time I could count on, the fingers of one hand how many Black people were there. And I'm like,
yeah,
where are my people? This is important information that we need
yeah,
to know, to put in place. Like, so
mhm,
here's the thing. So today I'm raising 3 young kids by myself. I wouldn't have been able to do it if, 10 years ago, I didn't put myself in those circles to be like, how do I manage my money well? I never knew that I was going to be having to raise kids on my own. But when I had to make that decision, money was not an issue. Money
yeah,
was not something that I had to be like, but how am I gonna pay for this? Because I already started doing the work. And so that's the thing that I think people need to keep in mind is like, you don't know what's ahead in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years. And so
mhm,
do the work today, so then you have options. You can quit the job. You can go on the trip. You can say yes to your girlfriend who's calling you to go do like, a weekend in Monaco, all of those things. And so eh, I think for me, it was really that I felt like we were missing some important information that was going to be very important, like, for us, for our future, and also for our legacy, right? So here, your
mhm,
channel is from life to legacy. Like that's just what it is, right? So us Black
mhm,
women, whether we have children or not children, so many people in our community that we are, like we kind of like figures, like a model figure too, because people look up to you, right? So they
Mhm.
essentially like things that you're doing and all that, not so much as a social pressure, but you don't know like which teenager, like or like child that you're going to be inspiring on
That's
things that
right.
you're actually doing. And so the reality is like money. So money for me is freedom. Like for a lot of people, money is different things. Like it could be like safety, it could be anything. So for me, it's really freedom in the sense that I feel like if I can manage my money well, it's going to be allowing me to have the freedom to make decision in the way that money is not like a constraint for me, right? So
Mhm.
of course, to a certain level, I'm not gonna go that I want to buy a private jet today. That's not gonna work. That money is not there, right? So, but just to say, right? And one thing that I'm pretty sure you also know, Sandra, if we continue doing what we have been doing, Black wealth has been decreasing year over year
Mhm.
every year.
Mhm.
We are
Yep.
doing the work, we are going to the job, we are making the money. But where is that
We are
money
earning the
going?
degrees. We are doing all the things. We are
Right?
contributing to systems, financial systems that don't serve us,
That
all of
don't
that
serve
stuff.
us. Thank you. A financial and like a society that most of the time is not there for us when we need that society. So
No.
you need to take care of that money. When that money land in your hand, that you need to take care of that money because you don't know what's ahead. You don't know tomorrow is Monday. What you're gonna get, at your workplace. You might get the pink slip. Thank you for your, hard work, but we don't. Your position has been eliminated. And so if you haven't been saving, investing, and making sure you have a nest egg, then essentially you're like, oh my god, I lost my job, I don't have the money. And like I say, a lot of us, we have people who depend on us, whether it is children, like our parents, someone in community that we are supporting. And so we cannot let ourselves so vulnerable. And we can, and when I say ourselves, it's ourselves also for ourselves, essentially. Not you
Mhm.
have to take care of yourself first so you can take care of other people. And us Black women, sometimes we tend to do the opposite, where we want to give, and forget about ourselves.
Mhm.
We're the most
But
important
Sam,
person in our lives.
I love the fact, and I think we mentioned this, the title of this summit is so timely. Wealth is resistance. In this financial climate, in this political climate,
Yeah.
wealth wealth is resistance. Listen, I'm just telling you, I'm 60. I'm in Malaysia. I cannot show up at the
Hmm.
protest. I can't be over there to protest and wave my flag and make my point of view. But what I can do is be prepared financially so that everything that's going on, it does not that it doesn't affect me, but the effect is less.
Yeah.
I am not worried about that because I have prepared myself
Mhm.
financially. Why did you choose the title? I love the title of the summit, Wealth is Resistance. I think it is so timely. But can you relate that to everyday living? How does Wealth is Resistance tie into investing and saving and building financial independence? I see the picture. I want the audience to understand these things go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, sister, on the title. I said, yes, that's my sister. Wealth is resistance. When you have options, it doesn't matter who's in the White House, but girl, you go ahead on and tell them.
Yeah. You know what, Sandra? It was it was a bit of a difficult journey to choose the title this year because all of those Black women who lost their jobs this year alone, can you
Chill,
imagine?
chills.
People are saying, oh, 300,000, but I'm like, you can multiply by 10 that number of how many people are impacted. That's like 3
Mm,
million people just
mm.
from 300,000 plus women, Black women who lost their job. And so I'm like, how can I, like, of course, I cannot just go and have 300,000 Black women, but how can I help Black women to be prepared for situations like this?
Yep,
Because of course nobody is like thinking that they're gonna lose their job, and
yep.
nobody thought that, okay, switching president was going to be so bad for us so quick.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just a reality that we're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: If those 300,000 Black women were allowed to have the proper information, the proper knowledge, and were doing the work, had all of their ducks in a row, well, you don't care about losing your job.
Mm-hmm.
As you were
Yep.
mentioning,
Yep.
if you were there in person, you go to the protest. But the reality is, like, whatever happened is not going to be impacting you financially. And the
Mm-hmm.
reality is, like, at the end of the day, why don't we want to lose our jobs? Because of course that's like money that we're not getting anymore in our pockets, and that's going to be impacting us. But when you have all of your things done, your savings in place, your investing in place, your insurance in place, all of those things that are so important, to already have in place, it becomes just an annoyance. I lost my job. That's really annoying.
Yep.
But
It's
it's
an
not
inconvenience. It's
exactly just
inconvenient,
an
but
inconvenience. But
it's not the end of the world.
yeah, but here's the thing. It's like, don't forget that we are Black women.
Mm-hmm.
This society is always going to be doing things like that to us. We
Mm-hmm.
cannot just let them affect us like that. We need to be ready. Be
Mm-hmm.
ready, and then nothing happens, you're good. Be ready,
Mm-hmm.
something happens, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it was really a journey for me to choose, because I was just like, I live in Canada, right? We didn't have anything like that. But they're Black women. And so
That's right.
I am a Black woman. The same way when
Yes.
I see a Black woman win, for me, I'm winning. The same way when I read things like that, and I'm like, but why? What did they
Yeah.
do? What
Yep.
exactly did those Black women do? I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure they were the one working the harder, showing the earlier, leaving the latest possible, doing the extra work. They still lost
Yep.
their job. When time
Mm-hmm.
came to cut positions, they still lost their jobs.
And
So
it continues to happen, Sam. It's not just those government workers. I just read that CBS recently changed their CEO and cut out their entire their diversity, equity, and inclusion department. They let go of journalists, and of course, Black people were disproportionately affected. And so, how many times do we need to see that before we recognize, oh shoot, they are not looking out for me.
yeah.
I am absolutely not a consideration in this
Mhm.
equation. And what can I put in place? And that's why I love the work that we do, Sam.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when I heard the title, I was like, yep, my sister gets it. She gets it. She gets it.
Yeah.
She gets it. And you put together an incredible panel. I mean,
Mm.
I'm talking about folks that are going to be talking about investing,
Yeah.
entrepreneurship, wealth protection, all of that.
Yeah.
Can you just describe one or two of the sessions that the ladies can expect to see at the summit? And what are some things that they can take away with them right from that session that can change the trajectory for them?
Okay, so of course, I've mentioned a few times insurance, and that's one thing that our community doesn't do well. That's just the reality of it. I don't have money to pay for insurance. I don't have, I'm not sure, what to get for insurance. And we, I read somewhere, like, the GoFundMe, I don't have anything against the GoFundMe, but the reality is,
Mhm.
like, Black people on GoFundMe platform are the ones who are getting the less money.
Mhm.
When you hear
And if
some,
we don't have to do a GoFundMe when somebody passes away, and I'm not, I'm with you, Sam. I am not against a
yeah,
GoFundMe because Lord knows
yeah,
anything can change. I might
exactly.
be on the receiving end of a GoFundMe.
Mhm.
Anything can happen, but you don't want that to be your
No,
plan A. GoFundMe,
exactly. That's the thing,
that's
right? Exactly. So I think definitely the insurance session is going to be a good session for
hmm
whomever, whether you don't have insurance in place or you don't even know if you have the adequate insurance in place, because the reality is, like, insurance is definitely, especially if you have people who depend on your income,
yes.
something that is really important to have in place. And so for me, it's, and also part of your legacy. Like, you don't want to, you don't want to have all of your net worth completely destroyed because something happened to you. You cannot work for 6 months, or you pass, and then your children, someone needs to take care of them, and money is needed for that. And so that's definitely a session that I feel like it will be really good,
Okay.
for people. But one thing that we didn't talk about, is essentially also the power of, taking a break for us Black women.
Rest.
And I know people will be like, what does that have to do with wealth building? But here's the thing. When you're like in an environment when it's go, 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 your creative mind is not there. Like so many things that you can do, but you just like one thing after the other. And I think, Stephanie Perry is my keynote speaker this year. And
Yes.
that's exactly what she did. She took a break, right, from her,
Mhm.
and now she's built an empire. She didn't even know that, something like that could happen, but that's what happened. But would she have been able to do that had she not, taken that break, that extended
Mhm.
break from like her day job and give herself space to breathe, to think? Now she's doing much better had she stayed at her job. And so
Mhm.
we need to think about it as well, in the sense like, in the whole, um, aspect of wealth building. Are you giving yourself the space? Are you giving yourself the break? The rest that you need to really being able to process and essentially come up with maybe a plan that will be different for what you're doing right now, for you to be
Yeah.
able to actually, build the wealth. And so I think, again, that has nothing to do with like, put your money here or invest there or like secure this. But it's really important to be able to actually factor that into that whole aspect, holistic approach to wealth building. Because here's the thing, again, when you own a business, your business, you are the boss. Nobody's telling you what to do, when to do, yet you get to choose. And can you
Mhm.
imagine just being able to come up with the business because you have given yourself that space to actually breathe and think and, reconsider things? A lot of people are gonna get to their old age, not even giving, they don't even know why they did a lot of things in their lives because they were just going through the motions. That's what society told them. They bought the house, they bought the car, they got married, they had the children, but really in an introspect, they never really took the time to just to see if that was really something that they actually wanted to do. And so I don't want that for Black women. I don't want that for any Black woman on earth. Like I want
Yeah.
all Black women to get to their old age and be like, oh my God, I lived the life that I really wanted to live. Like I
Yeah.
like I crushed it. I
That's right.
so yeah.
Get there the way we want to get there and looking good.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to pull in on all four flats.
No,
We want to pull in and be like, yeah, baby, I spent it. I left it all on the
exactly.
field. I did
Mhm.
everything I was big and bad enough to do. You name it, I did it. I tried it.
Exactly.
I did it twice.
Exactly. You
So,
got it.
I think you have done such a beautiful job with this year's summit. I want everybody, and I'm running the link across the bottom
Mhm.
for women to get their tickets. I've put it in the description box of this video. I've posted it in my YouTube on the community tab as well. So if you are interested in securing your ticket, please, by all
Mhm.
means, do that. Sam, tell the ladies when, where, and all the particulars, and give them all of your social media contact as well as we round out the evening.
Okay, great. So the summit is one day, just a Saturday online. So if you cannot attend, the sessions, or you cannot attend the day of, any of the passes will give you access to the replays. I believe the day pass give you access until mid-December, so you have time to catch up. And then the VIP pass give you the replays for a year. And so in the meantime, like I said, I have my YouTube channel here. I haven't been posting many videos lately, but my YouTube channel is Black Women Build Wealth. And we also have, I forgot to mention, Sandra, we also have a Facebook group, which is the same name as the summit, the Wealthy Black Women Summit. So that's one thing that essentially, that's a community as well of Black women. If you open to joining, to actually, again, having that safe space of among other Black women, sisters, to actually, share information, share, ask question, and just like, being comfortable like talking about money, which I totally know is not easy. Like I say, people will prefer, they've said people will prefer talking about everything else under the sun before talking about money. So I know how, it's a bit of it's very triggering for a lot of
Mhm.
people. So, and then that's why all of my passes, any type of the passes, have replays in case people feel like I don't want to be, doing sessions all day talking about money. So you can come back to it another time. But um, it's always like very exciting for me this time of the year because here in Canada, November is also Financial Literacy Month.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm having also the summit in November. And the theme this year for Financial Literacy Month is talk money. And so that's what we're going to be doing on November
yeah,
22nd. We're going to be talking about money. And we're going to be also, what I like is that we're going to be talking about aspects that are really relevant for us, right? So you
mhm,
guys may know I'm immigrant to Canada. And, being an immigrant, Black person, immigrant here, there are like, expectations from back home financially that you need to you know you need to take in consideration whether you want it or no. And so sometimes you like, you like in between, how do I build, a solid financial life here while still, helping people back home, because you don't want to feel that you're like, now that you left, thinking about people back home. And it's also another dimension that, of course, depending on where you were born and where you're living, maybe you didn't have to face. But like a lot of Black immigrants in Canada or anywhere, it's like a lot of pressure on immigrant people to actually being able to help their family back home. So Adebola, she lives in the UK. She's gonna come and talk about that because that's her whole jam of like, how to thrive as an immigrant, a Black person immigrant in a developed country,
yeah.
while navigating the whole aspect of family pressures in their home country. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. Looking forward to it. And again, Sandra, thank you so much. I love you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, no,
It's
it's
amazing
always
to be
I
here
tell
all
you,
the
it is
time.
never like work. I have not First of all, everybody knows I haven't like you, Sam, I have taken pretty much a break from YouTube. I
Mm.
think in the last 3 months, I may have posted 3 videos, but whenever my friends come and they have something to talk about and I know that this is something quality, I know that this is something that is going to change a Black woman's life, I would not even waste my time to come on and get up out my bed and stop looking at my beautiful view if I didn't think that it was worthy of Black women having this before them. Our missions are such in such alignment. Sometimes I feel like, girl, we think with the same brain. It's like when you open your mouth, I'm like, yep, that's exactly. Mhm, 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 mhm. She's giving you all. She's giving it to you. So I am so grateful, Sam, to be able to share this time
Thank
with you and
you.
share this space with you. You have some of my favorite women on the planet that are going to be there. And
Thank
I am
you.
telling y'all, if you're not familiar with Stephanie Perry, if you don't know Natasha Turner, these are phenomenal women, and all the speakers on that panel have something that you just don't want to miss. And so be sure to check out the link. Sam's YouTube channel is, let me make sure I got it right,
Yeah,
Sam.
Black women build
It is
wealth.
Black Women Build Wealth. Because listen, there's another sister whose channel is building Black women wealthy Black women, something, but they're
Okay.
very similar.
Yeah.
But Sam's channel is Black Women Build Wealth, and we want to make sure that you get over there to her channel to support and subscribe. And please get your ticket today. Use the
Yes.
link that we've
Thank you,
included.
Marilyn, for putting the link there. Thank you.
Mary Love is, girl, is she not special? Mary
She's
Love,
very
she is
special.
the moderator extraordinaire. Extraordinaire. None of this happens without Marilyn. So
Oh,
Marilyn, thank you. And thank you to everyone who
thank
joined
you,
us today.
everyone.
Yes. If you didn't like, subscribe, and share the channel, please share this video with someone. And if you haven't joined the 1,000 Black Women Brokerage Account Challenge, I don't know what you're waiting on.
Join
You heard me.
today.
We gave you 30,000 reasons why you should be in community with other Black women who will not only
Mhm.
hold you
Yeah.
accountable, but we will hold your hand from opening up a brokerage account to setting up your investing platform to helping you. We don't give financial advice, but we certainly can give you all the knowledge and all the resources that you can use to make an informed decision. And then the next thing you're going to do after you join is you're going to get over there and get a ticket and go see Sam and my
Yes.
friends. Sam, I know you gotta go. Sam's a mom, and when I tell you she has the most beautiful Oh, the most beautiful boys. Girl, those pictures you sent where I was like, yep, yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna have some problems. It's gonna be some problems. I might have to come to Canada.
I'm not ready for that.
I might have to load up and get to Canada because the girls, Sam has a beautiful family, and so we don't want to hold you any longer, Sam.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sister.
Thank you so
And
much for
we
having
will
me.
talk again. We'll talk soon.
Okay, take care.
Bye, love. Oh, somebody just subbed to your channel. Yes.
Oh, thank
Thank you,
you.
guys. Oh, yeah. Subscribing is free. Get over there and do it, y'all.
Yes.
All right, Sam. We'll talk again soon. Kiss the kids
Bye.
for
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.